Rosenblatt Securities analyst Barton Crockett has a buy rating. His target price, $257. He joins us now. Of course, we're going to hear from the company next week, I believe, Barton. Anything more they can say in terms of earnings or the commentary around it that will continue to move the stock higher, or is it already reflecting all of this new focus on efficiency?
It's a great question. I do think that there's a lot of kind of macro questions that are going to be starting to get answered as we go through the earnings cycle here, and then answered even more convincingly as the year progresses. Look, my rating here, we have a price target, but we also think about it in relative terms. And what is clear is that if the economy is going to slow, if we are going into a recessionary environment, that's not going to be a good setup for anyone with that exposure, including Meta. But the one thing that distinguishes Meta and why it could be even a relative outperformer, even if the economy is weakening, is their focus, their new focus on cost cutting. What they've done so far is impressive. What we've seen in the sector is that there seems like there's a real opportunity if you're put to it to cut costs. I hesitate to point to Twitter as a comp, but they've kind of raised the question of how low can you go with headcount to run a social media company. So this model seems like, if you're committed, that there's a real opportunity to hang on to cash flow if times get tough. So you're kind of protected on the downside. And then if the economy doesn't weaken, we have easier comps, revenues kind of accelerate for everyone. Meta layers on top of that, improvement in Reels, improvement in their handling of Apple's privacy kind of changes. And they're not exposed to the AI kind of headwinds that Google's been wrestling with. So there's some things to like there, both on the in both kind of scenarios.
Yeah, and listen, Zuckerberg in that town hall yesterday indicated might even be willing to do more cuts if needed. But investors also want to see growth. What would you sort of hang your hat on in terms of significant growth prospects for this company, given the metaverse doesn't seem to be something you can do that with right now?
Yeah, look, to the metaverse, I'd still focus a little bit on structuring. I do think that reality is another call option. If they were to spin that off into a separate company, which they've never suggested they would do, but I think they should, and if they did, cash flow would be nearly 20% higher. The multiple would be better. Credibility would be better. Be a great day for the stock. Leave that aside. Look, I think that the growth prospects are, if the economy is stable from here, comparisons ease, growth should improve. Reels monetization is improving. That should layer into the model. And they're doing some nice things around e-commerce and monetization of messaging, click to buy within WhatsApp, particularly internationally, moving into this country. Retail focused kind of advertising is a big growth element. These guys will participate more in that, through that feature.